Finally, they came to a swamp where Giilas Iim had fallen from the sky. Horrified by their discovery, they began a desperate search for Unagu. Amongst the palace ruins, they found King Unagu crushed beneath a fallen column. Overhead, the skies darkened, and the Kralkh stirred from its slumber. Anku wept as she found Unagu's blood-stained cloak. At the palace aviary, Anku fell to her knees, broken with grief. The search for Unagu had ended in the most cruel and terrible way. And now they were being hunted by the Kralkh, the great beast of the swamp. It was drawn to the sound of the birds, and its thunderous roar echoed through the ruins. As the beast attacked, Anku's grief turned to anger and rage. Using the Kai Idrana, she slew the Kralkh. Then the sky turned black, the ground shook, and the Ashe mows surged through a convergence. As the knights escaped through another convergence, the regions of the Residuum shifted, and all became dark. The swamp and the ruins of Giilas Iim were no more, devoured by the ashy mows, and with them all trace of Unagu was lost. Anku felt empty. Her connection to the child had been severed, and although she reached out to the light, there was only the cold, silent blackness that surrounded them. And yet she refused to believe that Unagu was gone. The knights had failed to protect the child of the prophecy, the one who would bring an end to the war, who had given them hope as the light diminished and the last days of Zenizach drew near. Now all seemed vain, for they had seen the ashy mows and the destruction it wrought, and knew that even the most powerful of the Mem Itarai would be unable to subdue the ocean of darkness. It would consume the Residuum, region by region, until time and reality ceased to exist. Before the end, most would fall or yield to the shadows, who, even now, gathered their forces and reached out through Rana Idzenai, which they had corrupted, seeking those who might turn from the light. Anku was called to them. Her dark visions and growing power had troubled the knights for some time, and in slaying the Kralkh, she had violated the code of the Mem Itarai. For the Kai Idrana was only to be wielded against the Jargi Chalo and those they possessed. After the death of the child, the knights feared that Anku would never be at peace, and consumed by guilt and blame, she would surrender herself to the shadows. Proceeding in silence, they felt their way through the blackness, which eventually gave way to a strange blue light. They found themselves in a cathedral-like cavern, from which a river flowed deeper underground. Several boats were moored nearby, and taking one of the vessels, they set off into the mysterious, watery maze.